You ever walk past one of those community gardens and see a sign that says, "The trees you plant today will provide shade for generations to come"? Sweet, right? But let's be honest, in today's world, we're not just thinking about literal shade. We're thinking about financial shade. It's a kind that protects you from the scorching heat of unexpected bills, market downturns, and that little voice in your head that whispers, "Did you really just spend that much on artisanal toast?" So let's talk about planting trees, but not the kind that get you splinters. I'm talking about planting your money trees. This isn't about some get-rich scheme where you bury a $10 bill and hope a money tree sprouts overnight. Spoiler alert, that only works in cartoons. This is about seeing your financial future as a forest you cultivate, one sapling at a time. It's about sustainable, responsible growth that actually means something to you. Think about it. You plant a real tree, you don't just chuck a seed at the ground and walk away. You choose the right spot, you prepare the soil, you water it, you protect it from pests, you're invested. Your financial life deserves that same level of care. Instead of just throwing money at the hottest, flashiest stock that everyone's hyping up, what if you chose investments like you'd choose a tree for your own backyard? Is it sturdy? Does it have deep roots? Is it something that fits the local climate? Or in this case, your personal values and long-term goals? Are you investing in companies that are, not actively trying to turn the planet into a Mad Max sequel? Planting your money in places that align with what you believe in, that's a power move? It's the difference between just having money and having wealth with a purpose. Your portfolio becomes a reflection of the future you want to see, not just for yourself, but for everyone. This brings me to a quote from Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, the guy who wrote The Little Prince. He said, "Wealth does not come from having something to add, but from having nothing to take away." Let that sink in. We're obsessed with adding more. More income, more stuff, more followers, more everything. But true financial freedom, true wealth, isn't about the constant hustle to add more. It's about building a system so solid, so self-sufficient, that nothing can easily take it away. It's about having that emergency fund so a flat tire doesn't send you into a spiral. It's about having diverse investments so that when one market zigs, another zags, and you're not left holding an empty bag. It's building a financial fortress, not just a pile of gold that a dragon, or more likely, inflation, could snatch away. So many people treat their finances like a game of Jenga. They keep stacking more and more on top, getting higher and higher, but the base is wobbly. One wrong move, one little shake in the economy, and the whole thing comes crashing down. Planting financial trees is the opposite. You're focusing on the roots. You're building a strong, resilient foundation. So the growth might seem slower at first, just like a sapling. You won't see a giant oak tree overnight, but you're building something that will last. Something that will weather storms. And here's the satirical twist you've been waiting for. We live in a world that sells us shortcuts. Invest in this ridiculous crypto coin named after a cartoon dog and become a millionaire tomorrow. Buy this online course and you'll be earning 6 figures from a beach in Bali in 6 weeks. It's all just noise. It's the financial equivalent of those plastic trees you buy for the holidays. They look good for a month, maybe, but they have no roots. They provide no real lasting value. Eventually, they just end up in a landfill. Don't buy the plastic tree. Be the person who goes out, gets their hands a little dirty, and plants a real one. Start with a small sapling. Maybe it's opening a high-yield savings account. Maybe it's putting a tiny amount into a low-cost index fund every single month. It doesn't have to be a giant leap. It just has to be a start. Because every single financial forest began with one small tree. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. So what are you waiting for? Go plant your future.
Thanks so much for watching.
If this got you thinking, do me a favor and hit that like button. Drop a comment with your biggest financial goal. Subscribe for more content that hopefully helps you grow your own forest. See you in the next one.